Conference will now be recorded.
The board has now completed its executive session and is back in public session. It is now 11:49 p.m. Thank you for everyone for returning. We'll go ahead and move on to our public compliance action. Okay, start with case number 4231.
Case number 4231, I move to direct staff to issue a letter of concern.
You just say I second.
I second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Your turn later, remember.
Motion carries. Case 4216.
Case 4216, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 8 violations of ORS 687.0211C, 1 violation of OAR 334-040-0010 sub 12, for a total civil penalty in the amount of $10,000.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4183.
Case 4183, I move to dismiss.
I second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4177.
Case 4177, I move to accept the surrender.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4277.
Case 4277, I move to approve the application.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Carol, I didn't hear you.
I
Thank you. Thank you. Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4262.
Case 4262, applicant number 29.
No, hold on a second. You just said move to.
Oh, I move to deny application.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Good job. Case 4214.
Case 4214, I move to dismiss.
And
I second.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4188.
Case 4188, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of OAR 334-040-0010 for a total civil penalty in the amount of $1,000 and require a boundaries class that is approved by the Oregon Board of Massage Therapist staff within 30 days.
I second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4160.
Hang on. Case
No problem.
Case 4160, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 6 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C, 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 1 violation of OAR 334-040-0010 sub 12 for a total civil penalty of $7,000.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4232.
Case 4232, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 8 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C, 1 violation of OAR 334-040-0010 sub 12, for a total civil penalty in the amount of $10,000.
I second
All in favor? Aye.
that. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4248.
Case 4248, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 5 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C, 1 violation of OAR 334-040-0010 sub 12, for a total civil penalty of $7,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4230.
Case 4230, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1A, 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 7 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C, for a total civil penalty in the amount of $9,000.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4253.
Case 4253, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 5 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C, 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1D, 1 violation of OAR 334-040-0010 sub 12, for a total civil penalty of $8,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4096.
Case 4096, I move to dismiss.
I second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4243.
Case 4243, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1A, 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 9 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C, for a total civil penalty in the amount of $11,000.
I second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4236.
Case 4236, I move to issue, I'm sorry. I move to dismiss.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4293.
Case 4293, I move to approve the facility permit application.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4124.
Case 4124, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 1 violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 6 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C, 2 violations of OAR 334-040-0010 sub 12, for a total civil penalty in the amount of $9,000.
I second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4282.
Case 4282, I move to issue a notice to propose action for one violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1A for a total civil penalty of $1,000.
I second that.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4144.
Case 4144, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for one violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 5 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1B, 1 violation of OAR 334-040-0010 sub 12 for a total civil penalty of $7,000.
Just say a little bit.
Oh, second.
All in favor? Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4260.
Case 4260, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for one violation of ORS 687.021 sub 1A for a total civil penalty of $1,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries. Case 4251.
Case 4251, I move to issue a notice of proposed action for 2 violations of ORS 687.021 sub 1C for a total civil penalty in the amount of $2,000.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, everyone. Okay, we need to revisit that vote that we had.
Yes.
Correct, yeah,
Yeah, okay.
the vote regarding, the hours, as an instructor counting toward supervised,
The referral to the rules committee.
yeah, referral to the rules.
Okay,
So just restate that the motion actually failed, it did not pass.
okay,
And that, do you want to call for a new motion?
yes. So due to our quorum numbers, that vote actually failed, and I previously stated passed. So can I get a new motion to move that to the rules committee?
So moved.
In a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Aye. Motion failed.
Yeah, 0. So can we either brought back to the next board meeting, which is probably makes no sense that work.
Yep.
Talk about it.
So, yeah, we can go ahead and put that on the,
Yeah, or you could just not send it, I mean, that's it. But I mean, it's better competition for everybody to have.
perfect, thank you. Then we will go ahead and move on to our public comments. Kaite, do we have anybody in here?
Yes, we have.
Okay. Public comment period is limited to matters on the public meeting agenda or otherwise relevant to matters that come before this agency. Comments will not be allowed that are longer than time allotted by the chair or are disruptive to the agency's conduct of business. Any members of the public who'd like to address the board, please turn your camera on. When called upon by the chair, please turn your microphone on and state your name and license number or organization for the record. Please keep comments to 2 minutes or less. Okay, Kaite, can you please call?
Yes, Danielle, go ahead.
Great, thank you. I'm going to put my timer on.
Thank you.
I'm a little nervous about bringing this up because I don't want to be a grumpy Gus, but it is actually an ongoing frustration with the online meetings that I've had for years now. the intention is to be able to have people participate from a distance, or at least engage with it, to hear it. And there's just an ongoing technology subpar performance by what we have going. And I felt inhibited at bringing this up in the past, but I think today with Carol is in kind of a dual position of being part of the ongoing conversation and also at a distance. So she was voicing that there was just, it was unworkable. And I've experienced that quite a lot in the past, even bailed out of meetings because it just was too exhausting to try and hear things. And I do a lot of online meetings of all different sorts. I probably am part of about 40 a month, some recurring, some one-offs. And this is the only one where I have this kind of struggle. And they're all typically Zoom. This is the only one that I've come across that's using the go-to meeting software. I didn't bring this up earlier because I didn't get the public comment instructions. That got lost, so I didn't know where we were in that. So my request or proposal is, I'm assuming that, or hoping that somewhere in the state government there's an IT expertise that could maybe be brought in to do an analysis, to catch phasing issues. You know, there's some pretty technical stuff with audio capture that's problematic. And I would love it if there could be some sort of assessment and a checklist developed of best practices like microphone placements and, you know, getting Ethernet versus Wi-Fi and all these other things that an IT, it's their bread and butter, but none of us should know normally. Because just overall, this feels like this is not meeting the intention of having people at a distance able to participate effectively. By participate, I mean just witness and hear and understand. So anyway, that today my frustration reached a tipping point, and I decided I should maybe say something. I realized that those of us at a distance are the only feedback that you can get about things falling short. And I just felt like I didn't know how to inject that dissatisfaction into the mix. So that's my comment.
Thank you, and that was perfect. I apologize you weren't able to hear the instructions in the first half. Bob, would you like to address this?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as you said, Daniel, you know, we don't know because we're here, so we don't remote in, and we were not aware that it was that much of a problem. We've had some concerns voiced, but we try to fix it while we're here. I didn't realize that it was that egregious. And between now and the next meeting, I hope that you come to the next meeting and it's perfect, because I'm going to do everything I can to make it for you. All right? Fair enough?
Thank you, Bob. Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. It's been rough. I have only attended meetings virtually, and it's really hard to sit on a board and you know, give informed opinions about things when I can't clearly hear what's going on all of the time. And I would say that the issues have not much to do with video, but the audio has just been pretty low quality a lot of the time. So thank you, Bob, for looking into this.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else?
We do have Mark, and that's it.
Mark?
I think he's just that's the investigator.
Okay, that's it. Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and move into our work item review.
Okay, the only thing I have from this meeting is to fix our audio and visual. And I'm going to take care of that. I don't have anything else that that the board assigned to me.
I don't think so. We have Okay, so are we still all doing our trainings on our work day, so we don't have those coming up? Okay, perfect. And do we have any announcements? Okay, our next meeting will be January 26th, 2026, at Hampton Inn and Suites in Salem. The public are invited to join in person or virtually, and hopefully it will sound better. Any other last announcements? Okay, seeing none, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you. Danica, all in favor of adjourning? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The meeting is adjourned at 12:09 PM.
Well then.